Alright, Luffy versus LeBron James. One-on-one basketball. You might think, alright, LeBron takes this every time, but we're gonna go through Luffy and all his kind of different stages throughout the story. So pre-time skip Luffy, we're talking a teenager. Even if we put him up against teenage LeBron, I think teenage LeBron still spanks him. Teenage LeBron is pretty OP. You know, he did start in the NBA as a teenager, but even before that, in high school, LeBron was just the chosen one. But Luffy is also kind of the chosen one in his own right. And I think later down the line, these matchups will get a little bit more even. But Luffy, for the majority of the pre-time skip, Luffy isn't really doing shit. He could possibly get, you know, some easy dunks or lays with his rubber abilities, but I can't imagine Luffy having a killer shot. Luffy's shot would be pretty ass. And LeBron at this time has a pretty solid shot and, you know, hyper athleticism. And I think LeBron would beat Luffy in shooting categories, athleticism. The only thing Luffy might have an advantage in is speed, especially Gear 2 Luffy I think could take LeBron in speed. It might be close, especially if we're talking Heat LeBron, it would definitely be close. I think Heat LeBron probably keeps up pace with Gear 2 Luffy. And if we're talking, you know, we're gonna kind of skip over Cleveland era LeBron, like first Cleveland era, because it's just kind of boring. We're gonna go to the Heat era LeBron. That's everybody's favorite era, the most infamous time. And I think that Heat era LeBron, he's keeping pace with Gear 2 Luffy, but still yamming on him, still way better shot. You know, Luffy just has more of an advantage now getting to the basket and getting those, you know, stretch dunks. I think he could probably get a Gear 3rd dunk that could poster LeBron, but I think that's the only way that pre-time skip Luffy can poster LeBron. And no pre-time skip Luffy can beat Heat era LeBron. It's just not possible. But post-time skip, we're talking Gear 4 Luffy, Tank Man, Bounce Man, Snake Man, all these Gear 4 forms of Luffy that could take on Heat LeBron. They even kind of are wearing similar uniforms. You know, that might be Oda signifying how they have similar skill levels at this time. But then we're talking Cleveland, this is for you LeBron, goated championship level LeBron and Kyrie. You know, LeBron and Kyrie at that point is like Luffy and Zoro. Luffy and Zoro together would have trouble against a duo like Kyrie and LeBron. But post time skip, this is where the matchups would start to get interesting, right? Because we have Luffy, Gear 4th version. That is like going pretty even with LeBron. You know, I think LeBron could post up on Gear 4 and still get some pretty easy buckets off, whereas Gear 4 Luffy is going to struggle against LeBron, and, you know, after a little while, he's going to need his 10 minutes on the bench to recover his hockey, whereas like LeBron has pretty almost limitless hockey. He never has to rest, and he never really needs breaks. He's just non-stop at all times. You know, LeBron definitely has like a Supreme Conquerors hockey, and Kyrie probably has Conquerors too, you know, kind of like a Rayleigh and Roger thing going on. LeBron, killer observation hockey, the way he's able to, you know, assist, pass the ball all around the court, his court vision, his basketball IQ, next level. He probably has, you know, a hint of future sight. That's probably how we got that block on Iguodala, a little bit of that future sight, get down the court. You know, LeBron also definitely has armament. I think, you know, Kyrie probably is just a little bit lacking in the armament department, but his observation and Conquerors hockey is pretty OP. Zoro and Kyrie are on a pretty even level. Zoro's OP as fuck. I think Zoro could probably take Kyrie, except, you know, Zoro might just get lost. I could see Zoro scoring on his own basket by accident. But anyway, I think the only way that Cleveland duo can be beaten would be Gear 5 Luffy, because LeBron at this point is just unstoppable. He's got the power of Cleveland behind him. All of, like, the fans at that point, like, he was, you know, forgiven. At that point, he was almost unstoppable. The only thing that could beat something like that is a Gear 5 Luffy, because with the Gear 5 abilities, he would be even more inspirational than LeBron at that moment. Even Cleveland fans would probably be like, wow, you know, this Luffy guy something else. He has like basically access to any ability at this point, so he might become a character from Slam Dunk and actually become nice at basketball, but also have Gear 5 powers. Gear 5, it's anything that Luffy can imagine basically, so if he just imagines that he's better than Cleveland LeBron at basketball, then, you know, shit, it might just happen. So I think Gear 5 Luffy is probably the only way that he could beat the most prime LeBron. Pre-time skip Luffy could maybe go against high school LeBron. High school LeBron is still taking that. Early rookie Cleveland LeBron, probably beating pre-time skip Luffy. Gear 2 at this point. Gear 2 could probably beat early Cleveland LeBron. Heat, this is where Gear 4th would have to come into play. That's the only way he could probably beat Heat era LeBron. And then, of course, Gear 5 to take on the Dream Cleveland LeBron. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other matchups for Luffy or for LeBron. Peace.
Fire shit, G.